Throughout a turbulent and often controversial era in British politics over the last 6 years, there has been one constant at the heart of government.
That I was both delighted and surprised.
As others have made headlines, Liz Truss has quietly ascended the ranks in the Cabinet Office to become a leading contender in the Conservative leadership contest. Born to left-of-Labour-leaning parents in Oxford in 1975, the future MP for South West Norfolk grew up around politics. Her father, a professor of mathematics, lectured at Leeds University, and her mother, a nurse, was a member of the campaign for nuclear disarmament. At Oxford University, she was the president of the student branch of the Liberal Democrats, even proposing the motion to abolish the monarchy in a speech to an aghast 1994 party conference.
Everybody in Britain should have the chance to be a somebody. But only one family can provide the head of state.
Despite this, she joined the Conservative Party in 1996, though it would be more than a decade before she entered Parliament. After being adopted for the safe Tory seat of South West Norfolk following the Conservatives' 2005 defeat, came a major hitch. Her constituency association learned that she had an extramarital affair with Mark Field, the MP who had mentored her. She fought back, defeating a motion to remove her by 132 votes to 37. Her marriage survived. Field's did not. Safely winning her seat in 2010, Truss hit the ground running. She became a leading voice on the Tory backbenches, and within 2 years was appointed a junior education minister. But it was her 2-year tenure as Environment Secretary that got the headlines.
Here in Britain.
Remembered primarily for a speech to the Tories' 2014 party conference that even a former advisor describes as epically bad, Truss comically bemoaned Britain's import habits.
We import 2/3 of our cheese. That is a disgrace.
She was a Remainer in the EU referendum, but a year after the vote, she decided her fears of Brexit were irrational and that she'd seen its opportunities. Truss then held a series of cabinet roles, from Justice Secretary and Chief Secretary to the Treasury to International Trade Secretary, before Boris Johnson made her Foreign Secretary in 2021, replacing Dominic Raab, with whom she sparred with over the use of the Foreign Secretary's country retreat. In the end, they were made to share. Months later, Russia invaded Ukraine, and Truss was tasked with finding some level of diplomacy with her Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. But the pair failed to see eye to eye, with Lavrov comparing their engagement to a conversation between a mute and a deaf person. At one point, the Kremlin blamed Truss's hawkishness for its decision to put its nuclear arsenal on alert. Conservative leadership elections are notoriously unpredictable, but Truss is probably the favoured candidate of right-wing Tory MPs, having been careful not to upset Johnson's supporters by criticising any of his many transgressions. If she were to win, she says she would cut taxes from day one, reverse the national insurance hike, and reform business rates.
Driving growth in the economy and giving people the opportunity to achieve anything they want to achieve.
With a political career spanning almost 25 years, it's thought Liz Truss could be one of the favourites to secure one of the 2 places in the final ballot.
The best for us all, and I'm the person to deliver that.